It seems like every day there's something new happening in the world of AI.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Like today, we're looking into this pretty big move by Amazon
Oh, yeah.
to invest, what is it, like another $4 billion into this AI company, Anthropic,
Yeah.
which brings their total investment to like $8 billion.
It's a big deal.
And it just really got me thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this isn't just about money,
Oh,
right?
no, no, no.
This is strategic.
This is about who is going to control and shape the future of AI.
So let's dive into that.
Okay.
What are we actually seeing here?
Well, what we're seeing is what a lot of people are calling an AI arms race.
Okay.
We've got these huge tech companies, Microsoft, Google, and now really Amazon,
Right.
all competing to develop and control the most advanced AI.
So it's really like a high-stakes poker game
It is a high-stakes poker game.
where each player is just trying to outmaneuver the other one.
Trying to ante up and really become the dominant player.
So how is Amazon approaching this?
Well, they're taking a very interesting approach.
Okay.
They're focused on building a complete AI ecosystem.
Uh-huh.
And one of the most fascinating parts of this
Yeah.
is their commitment to using their own custom-designed chips.
So I remember we were talking about this, like NVIDIA, right, is the big player in AI chips.
Absolute dominates the market right now.
So is Amazon just saying like, hey, we're going to go on our own?
They're basically saying, we're not going to rely on NVIDIA, we're going to do it ourselves.
Wow.
They've developed these chips called Trainium and Inferentia,
Okay.
and they're designed from the ground up specifically for AI workloads.
And I imagine that gives them a big advantage.
Potentially huge advantage
Yeah.
in terms of both speed and efficiency.
So this is a huge statement from Amazon.
It shows how serious they are
Yeah.
about AI.
But so where does Anthropic fit into all of this?
Well, Amazon's not just investing in them.
Right.
They're actually integrating Anthropic's technology directly into their cloud platform, AWS.
Yeah.
So this means...
So it's readily available to businesses.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Businesses using AWS will have easy access to Anthropic's AI models.
Like Claude.
Like Claude, which has been getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
And potentially they can access these tools at a lower cost than using competitors.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense because it's not just about developing the technology, right?
It's about making it usable.
You can't. Practical.
Practical, affordable, accessible.
So are we seeing this play out at all? Like, are there examples of where Anthropic's AI is really making a difference?
Yeah, we are already seeing real-world examples.
Okay.
Pfizer,
Mhm.
the pharmaceutical giant, is reportedly using Claude to streamline operations
Wow.
and save millions of dollars.
Okay.
And even the European Parliament is
Yeah.
using it to help analyze huge amounts of documents.
That's fascinating.
So it just shows you how versatile and powerful this technology can be.
Yeah, I think that's a great point because we often talk about these concepts,
Right.
kind of at a high level.
In the abstract.
But when you see these real organizations using it and reaping tangible benefits,
Yeah,
that makes it much more real.
absolutely.
You mentioned, though, that this goes beyond just AI.
Right.
So tell me more about that.
I think this is a signal
Yeah.
that AI is becoming absolutely essential
Sure.
to cloud computing.
Gotcha.
So the companies that can offer the best AI tools and services
Yeah.
are likely to be the ones that dominate the future of the cloud.
Because it's not just about storing data anymore.
It's not just about storage anymore.
It's about,
It's about analyzing it,
yeah.
deriving insights,
Right.
making it actionable.
So Amazon's really playing the long game here
I think so.
by betting that AI is the key to the future of cloud computing.
That's right.
Okay, now there's another interesting wrinkle to all of this that I
Right.
think we need to talk about.
Okay.
Last year, Google also invested in Anthropic.
Yes, they did.
So hold on.
Mhm.
They've gotten investments from both Amazon and Google.
That's right. How is that even possible?
It's a very strategic play by Anthropic.
Okay.
They've positioned themselves as sort of this neutral Switzerland
Oh, interesting.
in the world of AI.
Okay.
So they're benefiting from both of these tech giants,
Wow.
while at least for now maintaining their independence.
So this is already getting really interesting.
It is.
But let's shift gears a little bit and talk about what this all means for the average business owner. Or really just someone like me who's trying to keep up with this AI craziness.
Right.
We'll dive into that next.
Sounds good. I think we're really just starting to scratch the surface of how this is going to impact businesses.
Okay, so what are some of the maybe more immediate benefits that that we might see?
Well, I think cost savings is a big one.
Okay.
You remember those custom chips we were talking about?
Yeah, those tranium and inferential chips?
Exactly. Because they're optimized for AI workloads,
Yeah.
they can handle these complex AI tasks much more efficiently,
Gotcha.
which means,
Lower costs? Lower computing costs for businesses using AI on AWS.
yeah, that's huge. I mean, especially as these models get more complex.
Exactly.
The compute cost is a real barrier, I think,
Oh,
for
absolutely.
a lot of businesses.
And then there's scalability.
Okay.
Amazon's global infrastructure gives businesses the ability to scale their AI capabilities as needed.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you're a tiny startup or a huge multinational corporation,
Right.
you can access
Tap into that power.
Amazon's vast network of data centers and computing power.
So it's like having an on-demand supercomputer.
In a way, yeah.
What about security, though?
That's a really important consideration.
Because anytime we're talking about this powerful technology, and
Yeah.
especially sensitive data,
Absolutely.
it seems like security's got to be top of mind.
And that's one of the advantages of using a trusted platform like AWS.
Okay.
Because they have very robust security measures in place,
Right.
and they also help businesses comply with all the relevant regulations.
Which is especially important in some of these more sensitive industries, like healthcare.
Healthcare, finance, all those kind of things.
So we've got cost savings, scalability, and security.
Mhm.
But let's talk about the applications of AI.
Okay.
Like, what are some concrete examples of how businesses are using this stuff?
Well, think about tasks that are time-consuming and kind of tedious,
Right.
data entry scheduling appointments,
Yeah.
generating reports, even analyzing complex data.
All the stuff that nobody really wants to do.
Exactly. All of that can be automated,
Wow.
or at least significantly streamlined using AI.
And I think Anthropic even has this new feature.
They do. It's called computer use.
Computer use.
And it's designed to allow its AI to interact with computers, more like a human would.
So it's almost like having a digital employee
It's like having a virtual assistant.
that can just take care of all that stuff.
Exactly.
Are there any limitations, though?
Well, it is still pretty early days
Okay.
for this technology, so I think it's important for businesses to understand its capabilities and
Yeah.
its limitations
Like
before
everything.
they go all in.
And also just the whole ethical implications of AI.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think we need to be really careful about that.
Making sure it's used responsibly
Yeah.
and ethically.
So just to kind of zoom out for a minute,
Okay.
we've talked about the AI arms race,
Uh-huh.
the cloud computing angle.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this all heading?
Well, the generative AI market,
Okay.
which includes these kinds of technologies we're talking about,
Yes.
is projected to be worth,
A lot of money, I'm assuming.
oh yeah, over $1 trillion
Wow.
within the next decade.
Okay.
So this deal between Amazon and Anthropic
Mm-hmm.
is really
Really.
one piece of a much larger puzzle.
But it highlights some important trends.
Yes, it does.
So what trends should we be paying attention to?
Well, one is vertical integration.
Okay.
We're seeing these big tech companies,
Yeah.
Amazon, Microsoft, Google, they're all trying to control every part of the AI process.
So the chips, the software, the whole thing.
From the chips to the software, the whole enchilada.
Wow. So they want to own it all.
They want to own the whole stack.
So then the question is, will Amazon's bet pay off?
Right. Will they become the leader?
Will they be the ones?
Or will somebody else emerge?
Yeah. Is there some dark horse out there?
Who is moving so fast?
It's moving so fast.
What's hard to predict?
This has been a really fascinating conversation.
Yeah,
I feel like we've covered a lot of ground.
I agree.
But before we go, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about, these big companies and the AI arms race.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to get your thoughts on how this might impact us,
Mm-hmm.
just everyday people going about our lives.
I think that's a question we all need to be thinking about.
Yeah.
Because we're already interacting with AI
Right.
probably more than we even realize.
Like, if I think about just my daily routine,
Yeah.
there's already, personalized recommendations on streaming services.
Right.
My smart assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these are kind of early examples of how AI is showing up.
Yeah, it's starting to permeate our lives.
But where do you see this going?
Well, it's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
But imagine a world where AI helps us manage our finances,
Okay.
maybe personalize our healthcare plans, even help us with creative projects.
It's almost like AI could become like a partner.
Yeah, almost like an extension of ourselves.
It's exciting,
It is.
but also a little scary.
There's definitely a sense of the unknown,
Yeah.
which is why it's so important to have these conversations,
No.
think critically about AI,
To be aware of its potential.
and to make sure we're shaping its development.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with this thought.
Okay.
We've seen Amazon make this big bet on AI.
Hmm.
Will it pay off?
Who knows?
Will they become the dominant force?
It's possible.
Or will someone else emerge?
It's hard to...
Maybe even someone we haven't even heard of yet.
It really is an exciting time with so much potential.
The future of AI.
It's still being written.
Thanks for joining us
It's been a pleasure.
for this deep dive into the world of AI.
In all its possibilities.
Until next time,
Keep exploring.
keep learning.
And keep questioning.